Ron, as a coach, I'm just curious. A person who's watching this might be, say they have a job and they've been passionately thinking about starting their own business because they want to make more money, and they know that if they keep doing this job, they're gonna basically be stuck where they're at. And so I imagine, say, a guy that works in Detroit, he's working in a factory, and he wants to make some money so he can just take his wife on a real date. You know, he wants to have a car that he knows he can actually get where he's going and not have to worry about it breaking down. He wants to have more money at the end of the month instead of pay all your bills and still have bills. So somebody who wants to start a business and they want to actually be successful at it, but they're thinking about making the plunge. They haven't done it yet. And so I'm saying, if you're sitting down with this client, what would be a couple of things that let's say 3 things that they should do before they actually start their business to successfully start their business?
So let me get this straight. You're asking what someone should do specifically before they start their business? Or you're asking then?
So yeah, let's say that you're sitting down with a client.
So you're not asking about advantages of starting a business?
Nope, not at all. You're sitting down with a client. They've saved up some money because they know they're going to have to pay you to give them some consulting. And they just happen to find this video, so they get some free advice from you. What 3 things would you tell them they need to do to start a business?
First of all, make sure what they're going to go into is something that they are committed to check their desire to start their business. There are so many people that get involved with a business and they don't really know what's going to be required of them. I would strongly suggest that they spend some time with someone else that's already involved in whatever that business is. You know, there used to be a radio talk show host. His name was Bruce Williams. And Bruce Williams always said that if you want to go into the pizza business, you want to go to work for Pizza Hut or Domino's or whoever else for 6 months so that you understand what's involved with that business. Well, that would be one thing that I would do, because you don't know what you don't know until you're actually out there in the trenches, so to speak. The second is to, and this may seem like it's part of the first, but you really want to make sure your family, if you're married, if you're single, it's a lot easier decision than what you might think, but you still have friends that you're close to. You still have extended family that you're close to. Depending on what business that you're considering, you want to make sure that you're going to be okay with the support or lack of support that you're going to be getting from a network that you might think is going to be there, but maybe it isn't going to be there if you get involved with this. The third is just the viability of the business. Just because you think it's a wonderful idea, just because it seems like the most wonderful thing in the world to get involved in, unless it's a proven franchise that you're going to spend X number of dollars for, you want to make sure that it's got the maximum percentage of success. Another mentor of mine, his name is Tom Hopkins. He's best known as a sales trainer, but he wrote a book, How to Be Successful. And from his personal perspective, there was one statement he made in that book that kind of stood out in the whole book. And he says, you don't want to make enemies for free. And in other words, if you're going to test some relationships, even with yourself, you want to make sure that you're going to get paid well, that it's worth the sacrifices that you and those people around you are going to make. So just off the top of my head, I would say that those are 3 that come to my mind.
Keep thriving, my friends.